All right, we are live at another DoneJS contributors meeting. Welcome everybody. If I look extremely disheveled and beaten up, it's because I think I might have fractured a rib. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to go to the hospital and get an X-ray tonight or tomorrow because someone now scared me that like, oh, if the bone is broken, it could grow at the wrong spot and they'll need to reset it. So I'd rather have that happen sooner than later and make sure that that's not in fact it's going to happen. Hey, Prashant. Thanks for joining.
Hey, Justin. Hey, Justin. Hey.
So, yeah, so that's why I look like hell and will be standing kind of, sitting very upright with good posture because my back, it hurts like hell. So, with that, my status is I did the first DoneJS training. It went really well except for two parts. The setup was confusing to a lot of people, mostly because the internet was slow, I think was the biggest problem. And then the deploy was, it needed Ruby, so I didn't realize that and didn't have people download Ruby, but now I think Matthew and David talked about a way that we can prevent people having to install Ruby to get Travis to work correctly, so it can do the deploy.
What about Heroku? Heroku doesn't use Ruby? The Heroku thing? No, there is no. Yeah, there is. There's a Heroku thing.
I think they moved it to Node.
Okay.
It might install its own dependencies, perhaps. I don't know, but nobody had problems with that. Otherwise, it went well. I think the cut and paste gets a little long, and some rearrangements might be helpful for people to see kind of the app get built up more piecemeal instead of it just kind of like you do this section and suddenly poof, everything is there, which can be a lot to swallow. But overall, I think it was good. Yesterday, I didn't work because I basically just laid down trying to heal. And then tomorrow, I'm off to San Jose area. I'm going to speak at one of our clients, and then I've got the next DoneJS training on Saturday. And then next week, it looks like on Tuesday, I'll be doing the isomorphic talk, Matthew, so I will want to get that from you, and thank you for sharing. Matthew put it in the DoneJS presentations folder. I also have a drive. I think we should maybe, I think it's fine in the DoneJS presentations folder, but I think we should also move it into the drive just because I think it would be good to have all presentations in one consolidated space. And I don't know if checking them in is going to work the best, but we can figure that out. So that's my status. Oh, I still need to release a 2.3 article. I will hopefully do that today or tomorrow. But I'm going to be focusing kind of on GitHub for the next 2 weeks. A little bit more than usual. So that's it for me. Who wants to go next?
I'll go ahead because I don't know when I have to get going. So we did a lot for the Place My Order guide last week. That turned out pretty good. I'm going to tweak the Travis setup, and I also found an issue with the change that we made to install a fixed version of jQuery that doesn't work with npm2 because DL 404 is in the package.json. I also noticed that it's not actually a 404, which is disappointing. So I have to look into that as well. So I'm going to do that today. I did 2 talks in Vancouver and Calgary yesterday and on Monday. So it was a busy week. And I think that's it. I didn't take Monday off, so I'm going to be gone Friday. So I have today and tomorrow to fix those little issues up. And then we'll figure out what we're going to take on next week.
Figure out what? I don't know what you.
I don't know what we want to what we're gonna take on feature or bug wise for next week.
I don't know if there will be many features or bugs. I think we now really need to start actually doing. Now that things mostly work, I think we need to hit more of the evangelism stuff still.
Start writing some articles.
Yeah. that we need to start turning our attention to.
Sounds good. That's it for me.
Cool. Thanks, David. Prashant, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. So I was basically working on issue number 962, which is about removal of deprecated APIs. So from here, I actually created one different issue for deprecated plugins like can map attributes and can map setter. But what I realized when I actually checked the code, what I realized was the deprecation warnings are already there in place, and the documentation has also been updated. The only thing which is not there is are the unit tests for this deprecation. And I found the unit tests difficult to add because we basically add these warnings at the module level, not at the function level.
You don't need to add unit test deprecations for those.
Yeah. So I think we are already we have already taken care of these two plugins, can map attributes and can map setter. I will now look into can view mustache and can view EJS.
Awesome. Can you make sure that that main issue cross-references those other sub-issues? So if you removed can map attributes and setter, like in another issue you're just like, oh, this is already done, but you closed it there, can you put that issue number that deals with that, just so that, I think eventually it'd be nice to have this having essentially a very long list of all of the ones that are done, and then they're checked if they're complete or not.
Oh, okay. I will do that. And the issue that I've created, the new issue that I've created for this, do I need to update that issue with some status, like it's already fixed or something?
Yeah, you can just close it and then just mark it as already fixed or something like that.
Okay, I will do that. Yeah.
There's a label. I think there is a label like already. Yes, maybe not an issue because it's already fixed. Or won't fixed.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks. And I think I still owe you, and I'm sorry, very sorry for not doing. I think I still owe you a major branch that passes all tests. So I'm going to add that to my list of to-dos, and I will try to get to that. I will definitely get to that by next Wednesday, or I don't know, I owe you another sweatshirt or something like that. Let me put that down.
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Someone want to go next? Matthew?
Yeah, I'll go. I've been working on still issues. I haven't really gotten to do a lot of still issues recently, so I've been mostly bugs. There's that bug that we found during the training where the combined bundle names were not like friendly names. I fixed that. There was a bug that White Color found about npm crawl not working correctly in the case of a peer dependency that I fixed. But really, I'm trying to figure out like 1.0 and like what roadmap to 1.0, what breaking stuff is needed. The only thing I can think as far as breaking for 1.0 is like making Babel the default, upgrading to the latest version of Babel. I can't think of anything else.
That seems fine.
Yeah.
What about that issue? Didn't I find an issue where Steele was loading, like building something in a bundle that it shouldn't have, like VDOM or something?
Oh yeah, I'll take a look at that. Yeah, that's true. It was it wasn't VDOM. It was the whatever that build stuff. Yeah, DOMless. Yeah.
Util. Yeah, that would be a good one to figure out why that's.
I'll do that one next.
Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, like I said, I think this week is a time for us just to kind of like, there's been so much motion. I until next week, I think me and you and David should just kind of like fix the little things that we've needed to do for a long time but never really gotten a chance.
I'd like to also look at, hopefully there will be time, I'd like to look at the issue where some NPM modules are located at folder name /index instead of folder name. I know that Chris did a lot of work on that. But
if you think about it, would now also be the time to do the progressive loading?
Yeah, that one. But I don't know if I can do all of that this week.
No, not this week, but maybe before 1.0, because I would imagine that might necessitate some changes.
Yeah, that's I was thinking about that. Is like if anyone like that one team that we have that like do weird stuff where they look at the package JSONs, that one still people they're using still. Yeah.
What do you mean by progressive loading? What was that all about?
How it still works is it downloads all of your package.jsons and all of your stuff, even the stuff it doesn't need. So we'd wait until like you require jQuery before we get its package JSON.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be another good one on the 1.0 list. Okay, cool. I know Sheriff can't speak, so I'll give his. He's been working on can define the default value and capital V value. It's still not working, but he's scheduled a meeting with me today at like 2 or 3 o'clock, and we'll be going through that. And then next week he wants to work on making can define serialize. Just a reminder, I'll put it in the notes here. Please put your notes in the contributors meeting post if you're not already working on that. Cool. I guess Chris?
Yep. Working on writing an article for Can Derive. It's not my strong point, so it's going kind of slow, but should be able to wrap it up this week. I've also got a presentation lined up to talk about Can Derive at the local JavaScript meetup. I've got 40 attendees lined up, so I'm kind of excited about that. It's a pretty big crowd. For the most part, I'm going to do the presentation that I did at JSConf, but I might apply a few little edits here and there once I go back through it and kind of remember some of the pain points that I had there. And then also, one thing I forgot to cover last week that's kind of fun news is we have at least one more application using Can Derive. I'm not sure if it's in production yet, but at least in development, it's been tried, the GitHub app, and they reported that they found some really cool performance gains. So that's kind of exciting. And it was fairly pain-free, so that means we're starting to get to a point where this can be valuable to people without a whole lot of extra work. That's about all for me.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. I think that's it then. Anybody else got anything you want to talk about?
No. I don't think so.
All right. Hopefully next week I personally will see you with an updated DoneJS guide, a major branch of CanJS, and an actual CanJS 2.3 release article.
Oh, I did have one question. What's with the jQuery 2.2?
Oh, and that too. I should get that done too. Yeah.
But what's left for that? Like just.
I don't remember actually. I got the test to pass, and then Mark merged something that broke my passing tests, and then it took me a while to figure out what he merged actually broke things.
I can look at it tomorrow too. So if you want to get something out tomorrow.
Yeah, but
it will make things a lot easier for the 0.6.
Okay. What? Because you won't have to do what you're working on now? Is that what you mean?
Yes, but also not having that issue at all.
Yeah, I'll see if I can have time for it. I gotta do some GitHub stuff today.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow. Definitely, maybe on the plane, that might be a good time to get done. All right. I will talk to you guys later.
Later.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See ya.